Hey, I don't know what the heck happened. Why it cut off? I know I see my uncle in here. I didn't get to answer your your thing. You said you want some meatloaf from BJ's. When I get in the car, I take my glove off. I kind of do want to take it off my fingers like that. I can't keep this mask on. It feels like so annoying. Oh, my face looks horrible. Don't look at me. Just kidding. I don't know why the other live cut off, but whatever. Say, Rose, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Can you guys see me? The sun is in my face. So yes, this is Parking Adventures Part 4. I'm trying to get a parking spot. I'm actually parked in the bus lane. It's 6:30 something in the morning, probably 6:40 now. Let me see. It's 6:41. So yeah, I'm trying to get a parking spot. The area that I went into, it cut off when I started talking about what happened to my car. I wonder if that's the YouTube bots. Certain things that you talk about, they kind of try to like cut you off and refrain from talking about. But I wasn't talking about Miss Ronisha. I refrained from talking about her. My page isn't even monetized, and I don't talk about Miss Ronisha. Let me tell y'all about these businesses. This is part of the sidewalk that's really big, and I could park right there. I could see it in the back of the building, but I don't want to be running out here. I should have parked there, because then I gotta come back out like around 8:30. Let's see what I can get right here. Oh, there's plenty of spots over here for free. Well, I can stay as long as I want. Yeah, I look so tired. My eyes look so swollen. It looks like somebody punched me in my freaking eye. It looks crazy. Look at that. Ew, so puffy. I literally just woke up, threw some water on my face, brushed my teeth a little bit, and then I said, alright, let me go outside. See if I can move the car. Last time it's kind of hard to find parking, and then, you know, we used to have the, I call them the parking mafia. That's somebody's car, and the car door is open and nobody's in there. Nah, you guys. Let me tell you guys something. Oh, there's a spot right here. Ooh. It's a short video. Let me tell you guys something. There's no alternate side parking right now because of Miss Ronisha, and the street sweepers are not coming through. But when I tell you, I never seen a neighborhood look so bad before. Like, my neighborhood never looks like this, and it just looks trashed. It looks trashed. People don't care about what's going on. I wouldn't say that in the first place that there was any community or whatever, because I've been living here for going on 4 years, and I barely know anybody over here. And throughout these 4 years, it seemed like every summer one of these young people is passing away. So you see like candles and stuff like that all over the place in front of these 2 buildings in particular, which is crazy. Like, you don't see it from any other buildings. I've seen fights, people almost getting jumped. Last week, I should have recorded. They were all hanging out in front of the apartment building with tables and food and chairs. And like, this is an apartment building. Like, for example, I can show you this one right here. There's nothing in front of it. It's just a door. It's just a door, and then you go inside. My building is similar to that. It's like maybe 2 or 3 stairs in front of it. Actually, that building has stairs, right? That building has 2 stairs. I think my building has maybe 4 stairs, and then you go, you know, to the door and get in the building. And I mean, look how small this street is. And they had tables and chairs and all kind of stuff sitting out front building. I just was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, who does that during quarantine time? And nobody had on a mask. Nobody had on gloves. It was insane. It was as if nothing happened. There's no sense of community. It was trash everywhere. And I was just coming home from work, and I just was like, I have to walk through all of this CO2 and respiratory air droplets just to get in my building. And like, thank God I have a mask on, but you know, your girl was holding her breath. Right before I got down there, I held my breath, and I didn't plan on telling anybody excuse me, because I would have pushed them out the way if they were sitting in front of the door. I'm being quite honest. Yeah, this is a short video. I didn't expect to find a parking spot that fast. But I will say, not to be a downer, today is July 3rd. Today marks 2 years. 2 long years of my mom passing away. A lot of people ask me how I felt during the week, like, oh, it's coming up and all this stuff like that. And somebody asked me yesterday, oh, how you feel? It's tomorrow. And I'm just like, I'm focusing on today. That's tomorrow. Like, I don't know. I actually swapped my day off for today. I'm supposed to be off yesterday, but I swapped yesterday to have today off. And I did that because since around December, I've been dealing with anxiety, you know, all the stress that I've had from losing her, from going to court for our apartment, and all the stress I've suppressed. After September of last year, where I got rid of like a lot of stuff that was hers, that I had to bring to my apartment from storage and all kind of stuff. Just cleaning up my house. So you guys can go to my Christmas, my Vlogmas, and you can see that I cleaned up my apartment because it was full of just everything. Like, I was taking my stress out on my apartment. Like, it looked like a hoarder's apartment, you know. And especially, it was like a lot of toys from my daughter, who she wasn't using anymore, for when she's, you know, smaller, like car seats and all kind of stuff. I had to get rid of it. And I didn't feel as good as I should have felt, like it's a breath of fresh air. And I started having panic attacks. And on Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, I got a call and they told me that I had diabetes. Now, really, I didn't have diabetes. I had pre-diabetes. Pre-diabetes scale, I believe, is from 5.6 to 8.0, I believe. 8.0 or 8.2, right? But my A1C, which is your blood glucose level, it was so high on the pre-diabetic scale. I guess they just was like, you got diabetes. Mine was 7.8. So me having pre-diabetes before I was pregnant, because I was overweight, you know, they kept saying, oh, you're pre-diabetic because of your weight. They never checked my A1C. They just was saying, you know, because of my weight at the time, which is like, a lot of people are overweight, you know what I'm saying? Good morning, Verns. So throughout that time, you may not be able to tell now because your girl just woke up, but like, I lost a lot of weight in my face. You can kind of almost see my collarbone. I never had this hanging fat on my arm. Like, I've had like arms that was like big like this, like the skin is tight. I lost a lot of weight, so the skin is real blah, 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 blah. And then the weight like on my waist, I can look down and it's like kind of like on a flat side. Before, my stomach used to be like big like that, and I can see the skin, like the sagging of the skin. This is just from diet alone. I lost this weight because the route that I have, for those who don't know, I work for the post office. The route that I have, it's not as I don't want to say as physical, but there's not much of a all right, if it was like levels on a treadmill, the route that I have now is like a medium pace, and the route I had before was high impact, if that makes sense. No, I'm okay, Vern. I just look tired. I just woke up. So, yeah, so it's like I'm losing the weight, but my whole plan was, when they told me about my A1C, I was like, listen, I had gestational diabetes when I was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Then I ended up having high blood pressure during the pregnancy. I had preeclampsia, and then when I gave birth to my daughter, the diabetes went away. The preeclampsia stayed, and then it finally went away. But then, you know, then my mom passed, and then all the stress of everything throughout that whole year. Then towards the end of the year, I think I weighed like 257 or something like that. I was pushing 260, and my A1C was 7.8. So I'm like, listen, let me change my diet. I stopped eating the fast food. I started incorporating more salads and fruits in my life. My blood pressures was still high, and then I was having panic attacks. And then on New Year's Eve, which is only a few days after that, I went to one of the City MDs. You can exercise, do a lot of cardio and squats, get that booty tight. I'm actually getting ready to have content that is pertaining to my weight loss. I don't think I want to do like a weekly routine of what I'm doing, or I just want to do a compilation where it's just a video where I'm just showing my actual transformation throughout the months. I'm actually getting ready to start working on doing donkey kicks every night, but you know, it's kind of a lot when, you know, I come home and it's so hot. By the time I'm home, like, I'm extremely exhausted. But anyway, I say all this to say that I think I've been doing pretty good with my health. If anybody knows who's been watching me, you know, I've talked about me mentally, with my anxiety, with my diabetes, and I've even recently posted a video where I said my A1C has went down drastically. Like I said, the scale starts from 5.6 to I think 8.0 or 8.2, and I'm at a 5.8. So it goes 5.6, 5.8, so far as pre-diabetic. So I went from the high scale of it to the very low scale of it. I've been doing really good. This is why I like doing food challenges, but I watch what I eat. If I know that I'm gonna do a challenge, right? Like if I see it in the morning, first of all, in the morning I have a decent breakfast. It's either like a green juice drink smoothie, that's actually just made with vegetables. No, like not like them Bolthouse or them Naked juices that's full of sugar. No, it's actually something that's made for me right in front of my face. Or I'm eating eggs with turkey bacon, like 2 strips of turkey bacon with some avocado, which is a healthy fat, and help give you some energy, some potassium, because I'm gonna need that for working in the conditions that I work. And for lunch, I may not even eat an actual lunch because I'm working so much, so I'll have like little snacks in between. I'll have a Kind bar, I'll have, excuse me, I'll have a Kind bar, or I'll have some almonds, you know, something like that. Or I'll go get a yogurt and have a yogurt. Like I'll have like these little mini things. A lot of the schools, I found the school that's close to my route, you know, they're giving out free lunches. I'll see what they have. If they have something that's not too carb infused or that's so over processed. Yesterday I seen a chicken sandwich that didn't even look like chicken. It was like some thick kind of paper. It was disgusting. I was like, this is what they feeding our kids? But they had like chickpeas, you know, the size of vegetables, chickpeas. So I'll just eat the chickpeas like that. I'm like, that's a good source of energy. You know, they're chickpeas or green beans or black beans. I'll eat that and go on my day. Sorry guys, I'll go on throughout my day. Those are awesome videos. You would get a lot of views. Actually, Vern, I haven't gotten a lot of views on that video, and to be honest, what I'm noticing, I don't get a lot of views on videos unless they're challenge videos. And I've worked really hard learning how to edit videos and change my programming and do thumbnails, and it's like, it's still not, I'm still not getting what I feel I should get for the quality of my videos. I don't know what it is, but like I said, I don't let it discourage me right now. I'm just putting out what I want to put out. I'm having fun with YouTube, so I'm just putting out what I want to put out. Do you like or drink a lot of water? And clean eating is amazing. Yes, I use my coldest water bottle. I talk about that all the time. I have a gallon one, and then I always fill it with a bottle of water. I fill it with ice. I have about one of these a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I drink a lot of water. I don't drink any soda. I don't drink any energy drinks or anything like that. The only thing that I do sometimes in the morning on an empty stomach, I'll take some CBD oil, because that helps me with my anxiety. I haven't taken it in a while, so because I've been feeling good. So after me losing weight, I went to my heart doctor and I got all these tests done. And I don't know where you guys are from, but in New York they have something called MyChart. You can go to an app to the hospital that you go to, and it can show you your test results. Now they've been trying to get people to use this before Coronita. I done jacked up that name. Ronisha. Before she happened. And girl, I've been getting panic attacks a lot. It's horrible. It's not fun. And you know what annoys me? When people like be like, oh my god, my anxiety. They like say it like it's like it's it to me is equivalent to when somebody is looking at a post that somebody sent them, and they're just looking at the post like this. Like, this is literally their reaction. It comes up, boom, they go through it and watch it with a straight face, and then they put in big cap, laughing my ass off, LMA, oh, exclamation mark, laughing, crying face. I'm dead. Ha 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 ha. I'm dead. Ha 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 ha. And they face is straight the whole time. Like, if something ain't funny, it ain't funny. Don't, pander to me. It's scary because I feel off. When I'm having a panic attack, anxiety attack, my main thing was, because of all of this that happened with me, I feel like I'm overthinking stuff. And I'm overthinking stuff because the person who would calm me down and who would give me the real tea about stuff and be like, don't think about this. Like, why are you thinking like this? Even though I myself can be like, why are you doing this? Sometimes you need that push, that person. And that person was my mom. So that's my main source of stress, because my mom isn't here. And like I said, like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel today. This is why I switched my day off for today. But today marks 2 years since my mom passed away. And I miss my mom every single day. It's not, oh, it gets hard for you around the holidays. No, it's hard every damn day. It's hard every day. From advice to just our little jokes. Like, I talked to her every single day. Every single day. I seen her either on video call. She got me doing something for her, getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? Our little arguments. And it's like, I miss her every day. It's certain songs that come out, and I'm like, I wonder if she would like this song. I wonder what she would have to say about this song, because my mom was very opinionated. So, yeah, I miss my mom every day. I miss her every day. At 10:10 is when she passed away, on July 3rd. I had just got that Mazda that I used to have. I think I had that car for a week. And I just parked it for alternate side parking, and I got a call at 10 o'clock saying I had to come to the hospital, and I asked them why. And it's like they didn't give me a good enough reason. But I always think that the worst negatively. I'm gonna move up to another parking spot. Shush your mouth. Shush your mouth. So, yeah, I just got out, went to 99-cent store to get me some of them tea biscuits or whatever. So I was gonna share it with my daughter, because at the time she was 7 months, and on the 4th of every month she became a new month old, right? So the next day is July 4th. So then they called me at 10 o'clock right after I got out the car, because that's the end of switching the sides. And then they called me again at 10:30. I was already in a cab. Went to the hospital looking for her. Went to the area that she was at when I last went to go see her. Nah, I'm yelling at the car, making that noise, because y'all see I ain't have my seatbelt on. But I was just going from here to here. So yeah, when I got there, it's the worst part, besides the fact that I lost my mom. The worst part about it all is not the worst part, the worst parts. The worst parts about it all. The information I had about her. She passed away at 10:10, right? And they told me they was working on her for 40 minutes. And it's like, if you was working on her for 40 minutes, why did you call me at 10 o'clock? So that's already 30 minutes of working on her. Then when I got there, what God has done for me, He has erased a lot of imagery for me. Like things aren't clear like they would be. Nosy. They're not clear like they would be. Yeah, Vern, I'm off. I switched my day off. But I still remember certain aspects of it. They didn't clean my mom up and have her presentable for me to be there. And there's certain little things about that I remember that's ingrained in my brain. My mom wore a lot of jewelry. She wore like jewelry on every finger almost. Chains and bracelets and stuff. My mom was only 21 years older than me. My mom's very young at heart. She looked young for her age. And I used to joke all the time and be like, you look like an 80s drug dealer. Why do you have all that jewelry? And then when she first was in a hospital, it was this ring that she couldn't get off because of her knuckles. I think because she was starting to get like arthritis. She was 53 at the time. And we were trying to take it off and it wouldn't come off. It was like a thumb ring. And we were just like, whatever. And it's like when I got there, like I said, it didn't clean her up. They didn't have her presentable, ready for me to see her. She was all laid out and stuff. And they took the ring and they were really like trying to get it off of her finger. And that just like solidified it. Like my mom would have been cursing him out and all kind of stuff. It's just a lot of little things that I seen, a lot of thoughts that was going through my head, and I just couldn't believe it. Like my mother's such a strong person, and I'm just like, to be honest, they didn't even know what was wrong. Yes, girl, my mom looked like like she sold at work. I didn't make so much fun of her. Oh my goodness. And so yeah, I had my uncle look into the case for me. I actually do have a case, right? Because of Ronisha, court cases have been extended, and because today would be the last day I could do something. It's 2 years, so court cases have been extended, I believe 180 days or something like that. So I still have a chance. My uncle's, he's working really hard. He actually told me that in New York City they need a doctor to write off on it to say that, you know, this happened or whatever, instead of a nurse like, you know, he was doing. The problem is, in New York City, it's a lot of doctors. They know each other. And then he brought up a point where he was like, you know, it may be hard to fight this because, you know, doctors are looked at as heroes now. And I told him, this is before Ronisha, okay? Because if you look at what happened to her, they wasn't being no damn hero, okay? They wasn't at all. They was doing all kind of F stuff, okay? And to be honest, they're not looked at as heroes like how they think they're looked at as heroes, because you keep seeing all these videos online where the nurses are saying that people are getting respirators that don't need respirators, and how they're being assigned patients that have passed away for days. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they being looked at as heroes, you know, especially with them coming out with all these TikTok videos. They're not doing any work, you know. Yeah, Shelly B, it's very hard to... I didn't even see you come in here, did I? I didn't see you come in here. Good morning, Miss Shelly B. Good morning. Yeah, it's hard it's hard losing someone, but it's really hard losing a parent, somebody who's close to. Ew, it's a big old nasty rat. That was disgusting. It was running down the side of the street, and it had like all kind of patches on its skin, like it had mange. Blech. Yeah, it's hard losing a mom, or, you know, any close parent. Like if it was your dad and you guys are really close. Me and my mom was really, really close, to the fact where we bumped heads a lot. And it's like, you know, she raised me. She was a single mother. My father wasn't around in my life, but as I became an adult, you know, me and him had a conversation where I was like, listen, I'm about to be 30 this year. You know, we need to have a relationship, or we don't. And let me tell you something, I'm 34 right now. My father texts me every freaking day, and this has been going on for the past 4 years. And, you know, also, I was also trying to prove to my mom that, you know, you can't be really mad at somebody for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people change. And it's like, he has changed. He has an interest in my life. He texts me every day. When I had my daughter, her and him still used to talk on the phone, and I know they used to talk about me and talk all kind of crap. And, you know, they both were there for me with my daughter, with their first granddaughter. They both were there, you know, so it was good. Remember the good times, memories are amazing. Cry for yourself. I'm not in the mood to cry. Like, I've already had my moments where I've cried. So far as when people say it gets better with time, I wouldn't say it gets better. I say it's easier to deal with, right? Vern said, bigger ratatouille. Listen, that's one rat I wouldn't want making my food. He was big. He was like this. It was a guy walking his dog, and it's like it was running in front of the dog, and it went underneath this thing. That thing was like this big, minus the tail. All right, so I would say the pain of it gets easier, you know. It's not like the first day, that slap to your body, your heart, like you can't believe this just happened. You can't believe this is your parent. This is your loved one that's laying there. They're not breathing. They're dead. You're sitting with them the whole time. You're touching them. You're feeling them become cold. The heat is leaving their body, you know. That's the last time you're physically gonna see them. Now you have to think about, when's the last time you physically heard their voice, you know. And then it was a while where I was looking for things like voicemails and stuff, and I erased a lot of voicemails that my mom sent me. Videos, for some reason I couldn't find anything, and I just wanted to hear her say my nickname. She used to call me Pooh, and I'm like, I will never see her again. I will never hear her again. And that was horrible. When I was cleaning our apartment, me and my mom's apartment, that I should have won a case because I didn't have a lawyer, and it was an issue with her life insurance. I didn't get the money until December, and I was in court since October. So yeah, when I was cleaning out the apartment, there must be a lot of pollen out here. Oh, I'm just talking too much for my throat. So Exactly, not better, but easier to deal with. My dad died 10 years ago, still not over it. Right. It's like, you know, you have all these thoughts about them, and like now, like you can smile over things, but in the beginning, like I didn't, after my mom passed, I didn't eat for like 4 days. I just wasn't hungry. I just didn't want to be bothered. And my mom's memorial, because we've had talks about this. My mom, since I was a kid, my mom used to say things like, she wasn't sick or anything, but she would just, my mom was a realist. This is what I miss. You know what I'm saying? Like, she kept it real. She never sugarcoated anything with me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Vern. She used to have little conversations about, you know, God forbid something happened to mommy. This is where my life insurance policies are. You know, I'm not going to be around forever. You got to make sure, you know what you want to do in life. You go after it. Don't let nobody steer you. Don't let nobody change your mind. Do what you're supposed to do. You're very smart. My mom used to hype me up. She's my biggest hype person. I knew she would never steer me wrong, and that's why it's so hard. You know what I'm saying? Every day, it's like I'm changing every day. I'm a young woman. I still feel I'm only 34, and it's like I'm still a new mom, even though my daughter's 2. I'm learning something new every day, and my mom would be able to tell me and help me. You know what I'm saying? V Mouth Show, what up, Burn? So, what was I saying, y'all? My memory. What was I saying, y'all? What was I saying? Oh, what I would miss about her. About how she kept it real with me and stuff. What was I talking about? How I wouldn't be how I was sad or whatever. Yeah, how the pain lessens. You know, it's still pain there, but it's not as strong. Like it was to the point where I'm driving and crying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then I'm like, forever, the day before 4th of July, even though that ain't our holiday, you know, Juneteenth, you know what I'm saying? But every year, you know, and then my birthday, all right, so check this out. My birthday is on December 3rd. My fiance's birthday is on April 7th. My daughter's birthday is on April 4th. My mom's birthday is October 8th. So you got 3rd, you got 4th, you got 7th, you got 8th. My fiance's mom, the odd one, she's the only one with the double-digit birthday. Her birthday is October 16th, but her birthday's 8 days after my mom, so they're both Libras, and it's like, you know, now my mom passed away on the 3rd, and it's like every 3rd of the month, I'm kind of just like, you know. And, oh, I know the point I was making. How I didn't hear her voice, right, y'all? So, while I was cleaning our apartment, when I was putting everything in boxes to get ready to go for storage, I remember this video camera. I don't know if I talked about this before, but it was this video camera, like a flip camera, and my mom told me never to erase nothing up there because it was video footage of my grandfather, which is her dad, because I believe around that time he had passed, so you know that was kind of sacred to her. And her and her dad were like really close. So I turned it on and my aunt was there. And me and my aunt, which is on from my father's side, from my mom's side, I just have uncles. It's 3 of them, a set of twins and the baby. Sometimes the baby, he comes up here and he comments too. That's Uncle David, you'll hear me say, right? And then from my dad's side, I have an older uncle that's older than my dad. He's the one that's helping me with the case. He's a nurse. Then you have his little brother, Uncle Renzi. And then I have my aunt, who has the same birthday as me, Natalia, December 3rd. We're only 15 years apart. And then I have 3 other aunts, right? So from going through stuff. I went to look at the video, and I seen the video of my mom recording my grandfather and recording my grandmother. My grandmother's up there too, and you guys know my grandmother passed away too. The same year I was pregnant in 2017. This would make it hard too, you guys. Like, I was pregnant with my first baby. I called my grandmother to tell her. I wanted to tell her myself. And it's like she didn't believe me. But she was going through health problems, and she would tell my mom stuff like, oh, I don't even think I'm going to see my first great-grandkid and stuff. And she didn't. She passed away on May 20th. I have cats, you know. I was deemed the cat lady, especially being my age. I didn't have any children. So my cats were my children. And my favorite cat, Buster, he was really sick. It was a situation where he licked some liquid that was coming out the ceiling. The ceiling kept leaking, and took him to different doctors. My cat just looked horrible. Like, his eyes were so dilated. He lost so much weight. His skin was jaundiced and yellow, his ears. And the cats would hiss at him because, you know, he's sick, so he's losing his scent. So they like, who is this? You know, cats know each other from smell, not by face. It's from smell. Think about it. They always come into each other, smelling each other like, okay, I know who that is. You know what I'm saying? They recognize our faces. I don't think they recognize each other's faces like that. So I'm gonna try to wrap all of this up because my phone just said it's at 15%, y'all. So I ended up getting him put down on May 18th, and I was crying so much. The next day I went to work, and I was having ocular events. I was having a migraine. I was seeing like kaleidoscope kind of like colors on the side of my eyes. When I was pregnant, so I told my boss I had to go. Went downtown, got my eyes checked, had them dilated. Then I got a text on the 20th at like 2 o'clock in the morning when I went to use the bathroom. My mom was like, Grandma's gone. And I just was like, what's going on? You know. So I called out of work that day. But the nosy part too. I know my mom was heartbroken because my grandmother passed away. But you know, to me it was like a double whammy. I know people would be like a cat versus a human, but I love them both. You know, your pets are essentially a part of your family. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I think about, I was able to deal with those stresses, and I ain't have no damn anxiety. Why I got it now? I guess it's because my body is like, this is too much. This is too much. You know, so let me get back on topic. In the video, I was able to see my grandmother. So, you know, my grandmother and grandfather's gone. My mom's talking to them. I can hear her voice, but I can't see her because she's recording. And you see my grandmother's playing my mom's Nintendo DS, the Zelda one. And my grandma getting it in, whatever game she's playing. So then after that, my mom was recording her twin brothers. They came down because my grandfather passed away. So that's why she was recording them, right? It's like 2 more videos of that. And then on the last and final video, you guys, you're not gonna believe this. It's a video of my mom, right? This video makes me smile. It fills my heart with joy. It makes me a little teary-eyed, but in the most fantastic way. This is the only part that you guys probably gonna see me about to cry right now, because this video in itself is an embodiment of the type of person my mom was. How she was a realist. How she was very prepared, right? she made a video and she was like, oh, I just got one of these cameras, you know, this is one of the new cameras that's out or whatever. I'm like sweating in here and the cat hair from my dresses bother me, right? So she was like, you know, when somebody passes away, how you're like, oh, I wish I could hear their voice again. Oh, I wish I could see them again, right? So she goes, well, Pooh calls me my nickname, talking to me in the camera. Well, Pooh, I love you. You were the best thing that ever happened to me. She goes, at the time, you're 23 years old or 26. I don't know which one. But she was like, you're going to school. I'm proud of you. Your boyfriend, Devin, I love him like a son. That's my fiance, y'all. And she was like, you know, I know you may miss me. She said, I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't know if I can miss you. But if I can, I miss you. And she was like, if you have kids, just tell them stories about me. And she was like, you have a little bit of an attitude. I know I got one too. But just work on it. And she told me to take care. She said, take care. And I always think about that part, that last part, because I haven't been taking care. I've been diagnosed with prediabetes. I have high blood pressure. I've had level 2 hypertension from all of the stress. Like, I'm only 34. I know a lot of African Americans, unfortunately, we get hypertension. But at 34, I have level 2 hypertension. Now it's down to level 1 hypertension. But still, you know what I'm saying? It's like I haven't been taking care. I've allowed the stress to put me in position where my health is at jeopardy. Me being able to have some kind of joy in life. And I'm so thankful for my mom. Like, who else would do that? Who else would think, like, I should make a video, God forbid anything happens to me. And like I said, the age she said I was, either 23 or 26, I'm 34 now. She passed away when I was 32. You know? So, that's the only part that make me, like, teary-eyed, because it's like, my mom was so amazing, like, to make this video, you know? Me and my fiance plan on getting married this year, but, you know, this stuff happened. But we still may try to, like, go to courthouse. There's certain dates I wanted to get married on, and I still may do that. And just when all of this is over, just have a party. You know, if you guys are in New York, you know, we just gonna party it out and have a good time. And I'm actually gonna play that video at the reception, you know, so that way my mom has a part of being there. And, you know, I didn't just lose my mom. If I'm telling you guys how great my mom was, imagine how she was to other people. So many people relied on my mom. So many people. Now, people may think it was selfish of me to have my mom's memorial right away. My mom always said she never wanted to get buried because she said she didn't want people looking at her in the casket with their stink breath. I was like, okay. But I can understand that. You know, you don't want people's last view of you to be in a casket. You want their last view of you to be how, you know, they seen you. You know what I'm saying? One of my aunt is like my great aunt, because it was her father's sister, so it's my great aunt. She passed away, and we went to her funeral, and my mom refused to go up there and look at her in the casket, because she said, I want to remember her how I remember her. laughing and joking and stuff like that. She didn't want to remember her like that. So that's why my mom said she wanted to be cremated. Had her cremated. Her body wasn't at the memorial, but I had pictures of us and her when she was younger and older, so that everybody who was there can see glimpses of her that they remember her by. You know what I'm saying? Zaya Rose, I was crying because I was talking about my mom. Today's my mom's anniversary, and I had found a video that my mom had made where I'm pretty sure she made it after the passing of her dad, and she was thinking about you know, how when a person passes away, like, you never get to hear them or see them ever again. So she made that video for me to say, you know, hey, here I am, you can play this at any time. You know, she was thinking about me in that aspect. And you know, I'm an only child from my mother and father's side. You know, some people, papas are Rolling Stone and they have siblings everywhere. It's just me. So I'm truly an only child, and I had to deal with all of this on my own and by myself. And you know, I just wanted to get the memorial over with and done with, and work on healing and getting back into my life and try to understand why this has happened, why my mother has passed away. Like, what significance is that? Was this really God's plan? You know, you just question so many things. So yeah, today I've been sitting in this freaking car so long. How this quality is, y'all. This is my new phone. This is my Galaxy S20. It looks pretty good, right? So this OFB forever, you guys, that's my Uncle David. That's my mom's baby brother. Yeah, so I was saying, people may say I'm selfish because I had her memorial too fast, but it's like I needed to do what I needed to do, you know, because it is such a hard thing to deal with, you know. Like I said, my mom helped everybody. So many people miss my mom. Like, she inspired a lot of people. When I was younger, a lot of the neighborhood kids would come to our house just to eat, because unfortunately their parents didn't have it. They would crawl through the window, you know, because we lived on the first floor. It was like this pole. Matter of fact, let me show you. Are you guys still there? Oh my God, I thought I hung up on you guys. My phone locked. All right, so this building in particular, right? It has a pole right there. You see that black pole right there? But the pole was more centered right in front of the building, right? So they would climb on there and dig their head in the window, be like, Ling Ling there. Oh yeah, that was my name too, Ling Ling. Ling Ling there. And you know, they would come over. My mom would give them food. My mom was an advice giver, a hairdresser, just a all-around good friend, advice teller. And I think I get that from her, being more of a realist. And you can be blunt without being rude. You know what I'm saying? And my mom used to be very blunt. I used to be blunt and rude, I guess, because people would take it the wrong way. And as I gotten older, I've learned to be a little bit more reserved. You can tell somebody something without having them feel so disrespected. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what today is. I honor her. I love her every day. I see her every day on my phone. I have the picture of her and me as a baby, and she's holding me like this, and she's, you know, the old school pictures. Look what I made. So I have one of those pictures on my phone, and every time I show my daughter, she calls all babies babies, and even herself. And I'm like, no, that's you. She goes, that's me. I say, yeah, that's Sabrina. That's Sabrina. Like, no. She said everything is a baby. So when I ask her who's that in the picture, the baby, she says it's a baby. And then when I ask her who's that, which is her grandmother, she said that's mommy. And I say, yeah, that's my mommy. She go, yeah, your mommy. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's grandma. So when my mom used to see my daughter, she was real fat and chunky. So my mom would be like, hey, chunky butt. Hi, pretty baby. My voice a little shaky, but I can say it like her, right? So I would say that to her all the time and show her pictures so that my daughter can see her. I've done that to my daughter so much. Mind you, my mom passed away when she was 7 months old, right? My daughter's 2 years and 7 months or 8 months or something like that, right? And I show my daughter, if I show my daughter a picture of my mom and I go, who this? She go, that's Chunky. So she calls her Chunky because I always say hi Chunky and stuff like that. But you know, she knows her face. Today I was gonna try to play some videos. I've found other videos of my mom. You guys know my tongue is pierced, my nose is pierced. I took my mom went and got her lip pierced, y'all. I was thinking about posting that video on YouTube to show my mom getting her lip pierced. It was really funny. And my mom's talking and stuff so she can hear her, and it's like little Snapchats and little stuff that I like have of my mom. So I was thinking about doing that. She was all that, just don't piss her off or you'll see the other side. Ha ha. When I was a kid, she beat up boys. Yeah, I hear a lot of stories about that. And my mom had twin brothers and her baby brother, which is up here, and she used to tell me her twin brothers, they're only a year younger than her and they're tall. Let me tell y'all, that side of the family is very tall. My mom was 5'9", 5'10", or something like that. My uncles are like 6'3" and above, I think. And I think my grandfather was too. David, correct me if I'm wrong. And it's funny because I think my dad is like 5'8", maybe. And everybody on that side of the family goes down. They're like short. And my mom will always call me like a fidget. Because she's like, you're so little compared to everybody else. So it's just funny. But yeah, my mom had an attitude. She could be the sweetest person and she can, you know, have like the nastiest attitude, especially if you're like being rude to her, disrespectful. But like she used to say, she used to beat up kids for her two twin brothers, and she used to be like, y'all so stupid, it's two of y'all. I've heard the stories. So yeah. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do today. I'm actually going to shoot a video. I'm going to go to BJ's. I'm going to buy some stuff for 4th of July. And I think we're going to do a 4th of July cookout video. I was going to do a video. No, I'm not doing that video anymore. Because you know what, you guys? I do these challenge videos. And it's like, it's a lot of work and I don't want to do it. Alright, so my grandfather was 6'3", you guys see, and the twin brothers are 6'1", and he is 6'6", very tall, right? Very tall. And I was 5'3" for a long time, and then I finally grew a few inches and I'm 5'5". Right, so I'm short compared to them. I'm tiny compared to them. So I want to go to a chiropractor because I think I'm having issues with my back. When I do this, you hear it crack. I don't know if y'all can hear it. It's like, that's literally how it sounds. I'm like, maybe if they, you know, crack, 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 you know, maybe I might, you know, get a little taller. You know, they may stretch some stuff out, but, you know. But so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go to BJ's. I've been in this car so long. It's 7:39. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to freshen up some more. I'm going to take another shower because I'm out here in these elements. I'm sweating. Probably eat a little breakfast. BJ's opens at 9. I'm gonna get me some ribs. I'm gonna see what I have in the house to see if I should get any like macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese doesn't have to be made, actually macaroni style noodles. You can make them with whatever, and I think that's what I'm probably gonna do. And probably make some cornbread or something like that. But y'all know I'm really not eating that kind of stuff. I'll just take a little bit of it and do a video, and then the rest Devin's gonna take, because Devin is back at work, guys. So Devin is back at work. The Yankees, he works at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees are having their spring training. Instead of having it in Florida, every team is having it at their actual home stadium. So he's back at work. Okay. Ariella, good morning. Buenos dias. Y'all know Ariel. Y'all know True Beauty. I do some videos with her. Oh my God. I got bit by a mosquito. Ooh, wee. David said, Grandpa told me his father was taller than me, like 6'8" or 6'9", but we never got to meet him. Hey, I want some meatloaf. Oh my goodness. That's very tall. That is very, very tall. That's crazy. Let me tell you about this meatloaf joke, right? So I was spending the night at my grandmother's house one night, and I guess to me, my mother's meatloaf was top notch. It was show-stopping. It was amazing. And my grandmother asked me what I wanted to eat, and I was like, meatloaf. I didn't want nothing else, mind you. Chinese restaurant there, McDonald's, everything else, and I'm talking about some meatloaf. So guys, I'm gonna get out this car. I'm gonna go inside. My phone dying anyway too. I don't wanna keep it on and cut off. Ooh, it feels so good out here, y'all. Oh my goodness. I was sweating in that car. You know, it's crazy. The parking spots that I have, they are filled up so fast. Alright guys, so thank you guys for watching. Remember, I found a spot so fast. Look how disrespectful people are, leaving food on people's cars. That's so freaking rude. You guys, please pray for my sanity living in crazy NYC, because they do the most. I'm surprised y'all don't hear fireworks still going off, or y'all don't hear people blasting music in their cars yet. So have a great day, everybody. Be safe. Make sure you wear your PPE when you go outside. Make sure you wash your hands. Don't touch your face. And I'll see you guys in the next video.